Greetings, mortals. Jared Petty here with IGN, and I'm joined by...
Brendan Graber, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Brendan?
I don't think I'm ready for this.
No, I don't think anybody's ready for this, because today, folks, we at last bring you Sharknado, the video game. That's right, the video game tie-in to Sharknado 2, the second one.
The Citizen Kane of gaming has arrived.
I believe this would be the Citizen Kane. Are you a proponent of the idea that Citizen Kane is the finest motion picture ever produced by human hands?
Sure, why not?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of opinions on that. I'm not going to argue with it. Citizen Kane, some people say the Shawshank Redemption, but neither of them holds a candle to this game. Now, here we have Finn. That's right.
What are
His
we
name
looking
is
at
Finn.
here?
Well, we're looking at Finn running through the streets of New York City, as he will in Sharknado 2, the second one. And Finn, who has several abilities here, he can do a kind of useless slide at this point. He can hop on shark heads. No, I don't think it's useless later on.
You
but
can
right
slide
now
into a
it's
shark's
useless.
mouth if you ever felt the
Yeah,
need.
if you really wish to. And Finn can jump on sharks. He also has the ability to grab pink surfboards, which magically warps him.
Oh, good.
Now,
Sewer surfing.
Yeah, and I'm wondering about this because if your city was invaded by sharks, really, would you want to be surfing like in
Against
the water?
the current, I might add.
Yeah, how is this a power-up? Yeah, is it against the current? First up, how is this a better thing that you're on? Oh, you can't jump on the surfboard. Oh.
Save Finn's life? Nah, I'd rather not, to be honest.
No, I think no. Finn can die. So, yeah, we have a Sharknado. Now, what is a Sharknado, Brendan?
Well, my first experience with Sharknado was actually not seeing the original theatrical release on Sci-Fi. It was seeing RiffTrax decimate. Not decimate, was not the wrong word for it. RiffTrax destroyed this movie in theaters in a one-night-only event, and I highly recommend you follow those guys. They made Mid-Science Theater, and they just have the best job in the world making fun of movies like this.
Yeah, and they do a wonderful job with Sharknado. Sharknado has some really funny moments in it, but between those unintentionally funny moments are long, dull periods. And
I think it was also a very informational video. Like, I had no idea that the Beverly Hills emergency services were second to none.
No, I didn't know that either, but since I watched that, I am aware of it. But and here, I'm not sure about the New York City emergency services. Now, I'm going to keep, I got to remember I can't jump here. At some point, I get a baseball bat, and I get to beat sharks with it, but I'm really kind of disappointed in the lack of baseball bats so far. I mean...
Well, I'm kind of disappointed. My main takeaway from watching this movie was that the best way to kill sharks and Sharknadoes was either A, a chainsaw, or B, throwing grenades and explosives into a tornado full of sharks.
Look,
oh, wait, no, we've combined both of them, apparently.
Okay, yeah, here we go. So,
why is there a hot dog stand?
I don't know why a hot dog stand is flying at me, but there's the Statue of Liberty's head again and again. Oh, it's in the Sharknado, so it's spinning around. Of course.
I'm surprised the shark is oddly compliant with you being on his back.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to mind at all. Perhaps he's a renegade shark.
That's what this is a good sequel right here.
This could be it. So far I'm rather compelled. I think this might in fact be the game. Oh dear.
Wow.
Oh, I got
Statue of Liberty of the face.
See, you know what? We're gonna spend some chum and keep going here.
Chum.
Yeah,
that is the greatest microtransaction mechanic I've ever heard of.
Yeah. Oh, Sharknado. We blew up the Sharknado.
With a chainsaw.
Because we did learn in Sharknado 1 that if you use enough high explosives in a tornado, you can blow it up.
Well, didn't you just have a chainsaw back there, though? So using a chainsaw on a Sharknado is actually how you destroy it.
Okay.
According to this game.
Well, see, that makes a fair bit of sense. There's actually a lot of science behind Sharknado. I mean, for example...
There's so much science.
Well, look at me. Look how these sharks are surviving here on the land when they hit the ground. That's because sharks have remained virtually unchanged by evolution for about 130 million years, and their soft, cartilagey bodies enable them to survive falling from Sharknadoes.
Yeah,
and that's why
they seem oddly
boom,
intact and pissed off.
Yeah,
they just landed off a tornado.
Well, that's just because they're in New York, I think. I mean, have you ever tried to find parking in New York?
Well, that's true. I mean, he found parking on top of another car.
That's true. Oh, there we are. Let's smash these guys. We're just batting right,
to
batting
giant
left.
bloody pace.
Yep, this is kind of great. Oh, we're unarmed. Now, Finn has no weapon, no chainsaw, no bat. What's a good weapon to use against a shark, Brennan?
Well, barring the chainsaw.
Oh, I'm going to spend some more chum here. Oh, wait, it costs more to do it again.
Oh, this is where they get you.
Insidious. Okay, we're going to say no. We're going back to level 1. Would you like to give it a try, Brendan?
I think I'm fine right over here.
You're fine right over there?
At a distance, at a safe 10-foot pull rate. Whoa.
Look, my bull shark is now level 2. I get rewarded with some chum. You see, there's 6 kind of sharks here. Makos, bulls, lemons, hammerheads, tiger sharks, and megamouth sharks. Now, that's actually a small fraction of all the shark species in the world.
I'm curious to why you're leveling up the sharks that are trying to kill you.
Well, perhaps we're leveling up our our experience against those sharks.
That kind of makes
and
sense.
collecting chum. We're beating the bodies of the sharks
I
into
see.
paste and using that paste to attract more sharks.
I like that little loading screen message. Don't try jumping on sharks in real life. Finn has special shoes.
Okay, well that explains a lot. It's
It
like
does.
Yeah, totally. Okay, well,
He seemed very at home jumping across and onto sharks, but I realize special shoes makes all the difference in these
Absolutely.
scenarios.
Now, how would Finn fare against other enemies we jump on? Say like Goombas from Super Mario Brothers.
Well, then you need Mario's shoes.
Okay, well,
I'm sure he has special shoes too.
Wasn't that like Kurobo's shoe or oh man, I said it wrong. Kurobo's shoe. Listen to me, I can't pronounce anything.
Well,
Oh wait, now we have a
giant-
surfboard and a baseball bat. What happens to that? Oh well, no.
I'm waiting for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time soundtrack to start playing for sewer surfing right here.
I would be completely okay with that.
That
All
would
right,
have that would have bumped the score for this game up a couple points.
that
in my
would have been
opinion.
kind of amazing. All right, so Brendan, I think that I have just realized that we're not getting any sound for any of this except for our voices.
I've noticed that too.
feeding
Isn't
in,
that an interesting
so,
phenomenon?
And perhaps we should stop right now and realize that
It's
everything
possible
we've just
that
done
we've actually made this Let's Play better by not having any of the music, because I can't imagine that anything coming out of this game would be something that your ears will want to hear at any point in time.
Nevertheless, perhaps we should step away and see what's happened here. Oh dear.
Ever. My ears are very, very unhappy with me right now.
Yeah, that might as well. But again, how could any music really keep up with the majesty of a game like this?
That's true.
Oh, what do we have here? Glowing bat off in the distance again.
There we go.
So
I'm noticing a lack of great white sharks. Am I just missing them? Or
yeah,
they
there's
somewhere
only
else?
6 varieties of sharks, despite the fact that in the real world there are in fact just hundreds and hundreds of different varieties of sharks. Some shark, and there's a lot of shark myths out there. Some sharks are non-aggressive. You have the wonderful Jinbei Same, these big beautiful whale sharks, and they just eat kelp and stuff. And then you have the great white, which is the world's largest fish predator. Pretty amazing thing. But you know what? I have no idea what are fish predators? Is that like the predator with fins?
Chainsaws are fish predators.
Okay.
I have to ask you, Jared.
Yeah.
After witnessing this marvel of a mobile game, what would your ideal rendition of a Sharknado game look like?
My ideal Sharknado game, I think, would be probably a paddle-based Activision game on the Atari 2600. The best shark video game ever, hands down, is Shark for the Intellivision, which is legitimately really good. Have you ever played it?
No.
Okay, so it takes the old metaphor of like a little fish being eaten by a big fish, being eaten by a big, that image, and it just makes it really simple. You're a little fish. You can eat anything smaller than you,
That makes
and anything
sense.
bigger than you can eat you. And you keep getting bigger as you eat more. But as you get bigger, it becomes harder and harder to evade enemies, and it's a wonderful game.
Well, see, that seems more like, a Sharknado from the shark's perspective, which is a very interesting take. I would love to see Sharknado 3 be like, it starts off as the shark is a protagonist this time, and he's waging war against the humans.
I'd like that very much because horror video games way too often, I think, ignore the value of having the bad guy as a protagonist. Most horror video games have you being pursued, and I
That's
think
true.
that's often a mistake. Again, that goes back to the original. NES Friday the 13th.
Bye,
we're going to
Finn.
save Finn's life. No, we're going to let him live.
Oh.
We're on level 2. We're going to see how far we can get with this thing.
Well, I would also love to see, let's be honest, I would not love to see another Sharknado video game ever.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to, and if I was forced into a chair, I would rather see more of a Dead Rising style.
Okay.
Where you have your double chainsaws, and you're just running through a city that's full of sharks.
Oh, I am
replace all the
so
zombies
okay
with
with
sharks
this.
flying from the sky.
Yeah.
Nowhere is safe. They literally come everywhere. They destroy buildings. They light them on fire.
That sounds
Flaming
wonderful.
sharks, the whole works. And you just have to survive, find new weapons to battle sharks in with an open world scenario. I mean, that would be nice.
I would play an open world shark game. Yes,
That's
that
what
sounds
I thought of when
wonderful.
I
I'm
saw
good
the
with
movie
that.
in theaters. Running down a street full of sharks, not exactly what I envisioned.
No. But then again, I mean, they do have to follow. At some point, they're governed by the laws of realism too.
That's true.
I mean, what they're doing here, they wanted to try to create a realistic depiction of what it would be like.
Very
and,
realistic depiction.
so I think some of it, they might have erred too much on the side of what's actually possible when they made this. Now, apparently, oh look, bus running. That's a new skill. Apparently, being able to run on top of buses is very helpful.
Again, have those special
shoes.
shoes that Finn has, 'cause otherwise I would not recommend it.
Yeah. Now, what is your favorite weather phenomenon, friend? Brendan?
See, we were thinking about this earlier of like other Animal Cross weather phenomenons, and there was a couple good ones I heard.
Okay.
What was it? What was that one? It was like a dog in a volcano.
Oh, no, I don't know. Is that
Canino or something like that.
Canino? Okay, that's funny.
It was something like that.
Even if
I
you just
butchered it,
invented
but
that right now, I hope you just invented that because that's great.
I hope I did not, because that means that the asylum will probably steal that and they'll make $1 million off of it, and I will be sitting here with nothing, playing this terrible mobile game.
Terrible. I don't know what you're talking about. I really think that every one of our listeners and viewers needs to run out and buy this right now.
When we look back on games of a generation,
yeah,
this one will certainly be on that list.
Absolutely.
For better or for worse.
I didn't know a game could make me miss Flappy Bird, but that's apparently happened. So, we have anything else insightful, delightful, or sharktastic to say about this thing before we sign off?
Do you like sharks? Tell us what you like about sharks in the comments.
Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot of things I like about sharks. They got awesome teeth. They got the sleek lines. You can cut your hands on their skin if you run them the wrong way.
Why would you like about sharks? I don't like cutting myself. That's not something I like about sharks. That is something I don't like about sharks. That you can't hug a shark because they just cut you up.
There is that. Well, I think we're going to leave Finn here wasting away. So, folks, thank you so much. Let us know what you think of sharks, Sharknadoes, and all of the things sharky. And for all your aquatic saurian monster that devour human being needs, keep it locked to IGN.
We're sorry.